No worries. All right, guys, so what I want to do is kind of explain where he's at, what's typical, and we're going to focus on the suture line. So if we come around here and come in close, so we did multi-unit hair grafting, which is where we harvest a little strip of skin from the back of the scalp. Now, in the old days, the scar that was left back there looked like someone had chopped you in the head with a machete. It was a bad suture line. Now it's basically a pencil thin line. Now we're at day 9 here, aren't we? Day 9.
Or 10.
Yeah, 9 to 10. So, and at this point, we're due to have the suture out here in the next day or two. If we come in close here and actually have a look, you can see that it's literally undetectable. So you can see the thread, the suture line. Now, what we end up today with is a pencil thin line. When this suture comes out, it's literally going to be undetectable. Now, if you look really closely, you can see how the hair almost looks like it's growing right back through the scar. We do a closure called a trichophytic closure. It's a high-end detailed closure where you're beveling the edges of the tissue when you pull the tissue back together so that the hair follicles are encouraged to grow back through the little scar. So that means ultimately you can wear your hair shorter. You're still going to have a scar. If you buzz your head, you're still going to have a scar, but you can wear it much shorter than what we used to be able to do. So this is a very technical closure. We do it a lot, and it just gives the patient a little more flexibility. Now, when we harvest the tissue from the back of the scalp, a lot of guys are worried that, well, is it going to give me a facelift? Is it going to do anything to my face? It's not, because this is floppy floating tissue back here, okay? I kind of refer to it as puppy scruff. On top, it's fixed tissue. So when we take a strip of skin from here, technically what we're doing is we're reducing the amount of pliability back there. Of course, you don't really remember how it used to feel, so you don't remember you don't see any difference after the procedure when we harvest from there. We could have done the artist robotic FUE in this scenario. The benefit to Faisal, a couple of things. Firstly, slightly better value. Secondly, we can create a little more density. And the third thing is, because his donor hair density is so good and he's going to have great flexibility to wear the hair really short, you don't achieve a ton by going to FUE in this scenario. So that's why we went with the multi-unit hair grafting, which would give us a little more density as well. So this looks perfect. Now, at this stage, some patients will still be experiencing some numbness up here. I'm not sure if you are or not, he's not, but some guys will, because your nerves run topically up the back of the scalp. So when we harvest a strip of skin from here and put a suture in there, and that scar tissue is healing subcutaneously, it'll put a little pressure on the nerves that run up the back like this. Scar tissue under the surface will take some time to heal. It will shrink as it heals. As it shrinks, it will release the nerves that run up here, and gradually that feeling will come back on the top of the scalp. Most of the time at this stage, if I took a very light pressure and went like this, sometimes with the areas you don't feel it very well. Others, if I took a pin and prick you, you would feel it. That feeling will gradually come back. You can do a little bit of massage on the area from 2 weeks post-procedure on, just by putting the hand either side of the suture line and just gently massaging the scalp, which will lift a little bit of the subcutaneous scar tissue off the nerves below and just help those regenerate just a little bit faster. Otherwise, this is perfect. 2 to 3 weeks post-transplant, you can start things like Rogaine, but right on track, suture removal here in a day or two, and it's exactly where it should be. So you've done a great job. Applying neosporin to the suture line on a daily basis, again in the directions we give out, we step you through all that. This looks perfect, right on.
Thank you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.